Black men. So to all the people that are like hating on my videos, why? Like, what is wrong with me trying to put some good energy out there and support a group of people that are not normally supported? I don't get it. Like, why do you have to be such a hater? What's the problem? Are you jealous? Are you so angry that I'm being nice and trying to lift some people up? Like, what, are you so bored that you have got nothing better to do but just to hate on like the internet? I don't understand. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then just move on. That's the beauty of personal choices, is if there's something that you're seeing that you don't like, just forward. That's how easy it is today. I don't get it.
Seeing a beautiful Black woman with a white man will almost certainly trigger a white woman's main character syndrome every time. If you're a white woman that follows me right now, you better not be getting that thumb ready to scroll, please. Because that was embarrassing, what happened on that other video. Don't do that. Stay and listen. Like you would want a man to stay and listen when I talk shit about men. Be the change you want to see in the world, okay? Now, you may have heard me talk about main character syndrome in men, which is the idea that they are the main character and that everybody else around them fits into that narrative somehow, either as the sidekick, either as the villain, the mentor, etc. And when you are raised in a hierarchy, especially, again, a hierarchy that involves race as explicitly as the American hierarchy involves it, it's turtles all the way down. It's the same thing all the way down. While white men definitely do have the most amount and like the most egregious case of main character syndrome, everybody who participates in the American hierarchy, in the American caste system, all of these behaviors and actions, like they trickle all the way down. Yes, white men have like this very intense main character syndrome, but white women have also been given a very specific narrative about their place in that situation. And so they also have main character syndrome. That's where when a white man marries a Black woman, it triggers white women's narrative. It triggers the narrative that something was taken from them because their whole life they grew up watching white Disney princesses end up with a white Disney prince. So that's how it goes. That's how you play the game, right? You take this doll and they go together, and that's how you play the game. What's triggered is that you are not supposed to be part of that narrative in any way as a Black woman. You are not supposed to reap the benefits of being this close to the top of the hierarchy, right? It's almost like they see it in their eyes as like you've skipped a few steps on the ladder and you've ended up like, you know, in a place that they could have gotten. It's kind of like that problem that white people have with affirmative action, right? It's like, well, what if there was a white person that was qualified to take that spot? And you just took it from them, like, don't you feel bad? And this is why affirmative action is needed, because people think like that. Like you just told on yourself very loudly. But that's what it is. They are also confused because a white man isn't supposed to want a Black woman. Like a white man is also supposed to be trained to want a white woman, to want the aesthetic, right, of a white woman. And just for everybody wondering how I know these things, it's education. Yes, some of it is observation, but it's reading books by Black educators, but especially Black women. I do Audible a lot. Like I actually have read a lot more than this, but I do a lot of Audible. So I'll just screenshot some recommendations for any other white people wanting to get educated. You can know these things in your heart. You can know things are wrong in your heart, but to actually be able to educate others or like put words to these things that actually like make sense, you have to listen to Black women, especially.
White women speaks on her dating life, dating Black men.
Without there being an entire uproar is genuinely sad and is a reflection of how our white supremacist society feels about Black men. Like genuinely, I could come on here and say that I love Black women and no one would bat an eye. But the fact that all of a sudden Black men are involved, somehow there isn't a genuine reason to love Black men. So many Americans' minds are still so colonized and still so indoctrinated by racial pseudoscience from hundreds of years ago is astounding. There is so much work that needs to be done. Like, people cannot fathom the fact that I could love a Black man for something aside from his body. Can't fathom the fact that I genuinely enjoy being around Black men. A lot of the times when I'm with white men, I feel unseen. I feel more objectified because I feel like white men don't understand me as a person as much as a Black man would, because at least Black men understand what it's like to be like sexualized and objectified. So there's some level of understanding, although it's completely different. there's still, I feel like, greater empathy that I experience between myself and a black man than with me and a white man. Just based off my personal dating history, the black men that I have dated have been the most genuine, kind people. Like, there are reasons that I could prefer to date people that aren't just based off their bodies. And the fact that folks can't process that is like, y'all really don't view black men as anything else than a body. Also, these people say that I'm stealing black men away, like they don't have autonomy in their decisions. And it's so sad to me because there have been white women have come to me and said, I was thinking about dating black men, but I'm scared of what the white community will think, or I'm scared of being judged by white people. And it's like, that is so sad. Like, black men are already the most terrorized, villainized people in our country. And the fact that they aren't allowed to have genuine love towards them, or it's not even understood that they could possibly be lovable people, is insane. So yeah, this is why I'm so passionate about it, because like, literally, like, white people refuse to talk about these things. And it's like, if we continue to just be silent on things because we're afraid we're gonna be a bad person for slipping up somehow, like, nothing's gonna change.
Watch a racist man a chat about him have a Jamaican lady and him hate seeing white girls with black guys. No, sir. You have to watch the people like him, you know. And them are the rotten apple. And them are the imposters. No problem. Me don't want you to like me. Me love myself and my husband love me and my kids. My family alright. Good luck.
That's not the only reason, but yes, a lot of men, black men in particular, date white women because, one, they're anti-black, they have internalized racism, and two, a lot of them feel like moving up in the world requires being with, dating, marrying a white woman because they are of a higher social class. This is why you see so many professional football players with white wives. They're in a new socioeconomic status by being with a white woman. A lot of those white women come from money. Black people who are anti-black, mostly men, tend to have mixed children because they want to soften the features in themselves that they hate. Anti-blackness is literally everywhere. You know, saying good hair versus bad hair. Don't stay in the sun too long. Light skin is the right skin. Yes, I heard that growing up. People who date outside of their race often have internalized racism.
The shit people say when they find out you're with a black man or a mixed man, a person of color, is ridiculous. There are so many rumors about black men, it's not even funny and it's disgusting, to be honest. And I feel bad for anyone who's actually mixed as well, because they get the brunt of everything. Like, if you mix with one or more things in your life, you get everything thrown at you. The expectations, the judgment, the prejudices. Oh gosh, y'all should be ashamed of asking and even thinking some of the things that you say. Is honestly, I'm getting humiliated and I'm embarrassed for your behavior. And that's my husband. My husband was the first person to tell me he didn't care what my skin color looked like and he thought it was beautiful. That shit made me almost freaking spit out my food that I was eating. I was like, you said what? I thought we just had this big connection and we just fell in love like when we were in middle school and it just grew and grew and grew, and then before you knew it, now we married. But turns out, some people actually like fair skin, or some people, better yet, don't give a fuck, and that's not what they worried about. Huh. Imagine that. Imagine that. He ain't worried about my skin color, but everyone in my life is not only worried about my skin color, but they worried about his skin color too. And the imaginary children they created in their heads between us. No, we're adopting because there's so many kids that need homes. You know what I'm saying? So, do you, we gonna do us.
Would you rather your girlfriend cheat on you with 5 white guys or 1 black guy?
5 white guys. 5 white guys.
5 white guys. All day long. Absolutely.
5 white guys?
Yeah, as a
Why?
married man, I'm telling you, I was married for 10 years.
I have more confidence as a black guy, make my wife cheat on me with 5 white guys, than having a black guy, man.
5 white guys, because she's gonna come back. 1 black guy, she never coming back.
Shit.
100%. 100%.
Why do you prefer the 5 white guys though?
Because, absolutely.
As
As a white guy, I'm telling you right now, because if you admit your girl to a black girl, dude, you're fucked.
For me, my confidence, and me knowing what I have, you know, 5 white guys ain't gonna be no problem.
I don't know about
that ain't no problem for me.
Okay.
You know?
But 1 black guy, dude, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Destroy
You're
that
losing,
shit, right?
Yeah, you're losing.
Especially if you're African, god damn it, man. That's just gonna hurt my heart, gang.
So the whole reason I made this post was because I saw some white woman saying that every time she goes to the mall with her black boyfriend, she's constantly getting dirty looks from black women. And I will never deny that on an individual basis, you can have a bad interaction with a black woman who doesn't like the fact that you're in an interracial relationship. Just like you can with a black man, or a white woman, or a white man. What I will deny is this notion that wide-scale black women just don't like interracial relationships, because it's not true. What I'm seeing consistently with white women claiming that they're having these bad experiences with black women is either A, they have implicit biases, so they already have this idea that black women do not like them because they are dating a black man. So if they go in public with their black boyfriend, they're going to interpret maybe a black woman just having an RBF or a black woman just staring into space as them giving them a dirty look because they're in an interracial relationship. Or B, they're the bad babies of the world. They're laying their edges, wearing braids, using AAVE, saying the N-word, trying to dress in a certain way, only listening to rap music, trying to play around with guns and stuff, trying to cosplay in a way that they think that black people act like. And it's like, yeah, that's a valid critique, and I don't like that behavior either. Because the people who act like that, always on top of all this, never learn how to do black hair or anything, never try to learn about black history, black culture, anything. They just like the aesthetics of it, right? So they don't have any black female friends. So they're going to have a mixed child with this man and then totally mess that kid up because they haven't taken the time to learn about how this child would experience the world differently from them, how to do their hair, how to make them feel pretty, and how to be confident in the world, like, because they just don't care. I tend to think that when people interact with the world, they're not trying to do so with malice. So if you are one of those white women who's constantly having issues with black men, maybe you have biases that you don't know that you have. Or maybe you're acting in a certain way that you don't really realize that you're doing. What I'm asking you to do right now is reevaluate your actions and think about why they may be impacting black women the way that they are and why you're constantly having issues. Because if you're constantly having issues, it's not a them problem.